Good morning, everyone. This is Black Forex coming in with another pre-market analysis video. This morning, we're going to be looking at USDCAD. And before we get started to break down this Forex pair, we have to state that this video is for educational purposes only. This is not financial advice, but we know why you guys are here. You guys want to improve your ability as traders, so let's go ahead and see if we can help out with that, okay? Now, as we stated yesterday, that we've been trading in this range for some time, as we can see, all right? And fundamentally, let's discuss what's going on. As we stated in previous videos, that the USD has a dual complex heading into this week, with on one hand, the American inflation makes the US currency very weak, and on the other hand, the USD has been acting as a safe haven currency due to the European conflict, being that it is the major power pushing for sanctions against Russia. Okay. Now, CAD has been almost like quite in the middle between strength and weakness, sometimes operating as strong at times. Operating as weak as times. Almost operating as strong as times and operating as weak at times. Okay. So we've been in this state of a range, being that from a fundamental standpoint between strength and weakness is almost like in the middle, okay? But also we have to keep in mind about the CAD. The CAD does act as a panic currency. So as soon as any type of global panic happens, the CAD does start to lose its value very immediately. But then also we have to take oil into effect, or how oil prices is affecting the CAD, because oil and CAD are correlated to a degree. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the technical analysis of this. So as we stated earlier, this has been ranging out. With every time we get right here, we have a jump, and every time we get right here, we have a price down. Now, there are going to be some significant economic news that's going to be coming out about CAD going into this trading day around 9 o'clock. I think what's going to be coming out is its GDP news and several other important economic news is going to be happening. Yes, mainly it's GDP. So we're going to have to pay attention to that because GDP is very important and it will affect the currency immediately, okay? So maybe if the GDP news is positive, we may have a push up and break the range up this way. If the GDP move is negative, we may have if the GDP news from Canada is positive, we will have a push down. Sorry about that. And if the GDP news is negative, then we will have a push up, breaking the range up this way. And if it's positive, we'll have a push down, breaking the range towards that way. Now, if we have any type of geopolitical events that makes the Russian, Ukrainian, European incident start to lean more towards a global incident, then what we're going to start to have is a loss in fundamental strength for CAD immediately. And being that the USD is operating safe haven currency during this conflict, we will have a gain in the USD strength, as which we will see an aggressive push price up. Okay? But most likely what we're going to continue to do is range out, with us moving up every time we get to this price area here, and us going down every time when we get to this price area here. Okay, so please keep your ear to the ground about what's going on in Europe, so you could be able to trade and act accordingly and have a backup plan just in case the trades do not go the way you intend them to go. All right, I hope that information was helpful for you guys. Happy trading.